Finding myself on the way back to me. And honestly, God knows it hurts.
Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome to Back to Me, where I am on my journey to getting back to myself, and I'm continuing my journey to get back to myself. And I hope you will allow me to have the privilege to guide you on your journey back to you as well. I hope so. And I am abundantly appreciative, infinitely grateful for you if you are. Okay? It's good to see you. How you feeling? How are you feeling? I'm gonna sprinkle some positivity on this. I'm gonna tell you, if you can feed yourself independently, you're blessed. If you can see, you're blessed. If you can't see, but you can feel, you can still heal, you're blessed. If you can't feed yourself, but you have others who can help you and feed you, you're blessed. If you can still feel, no matter whether you're fully bodily able of something or not, you're blessed. And guess what also? If you're still here, even though it can feel like Donkey Kong, you're blessed. Because you have been graced with another day and another opportunity to change something here, to make someone else feel seen or heard, to see and hear yourself, to elevate your soul, and to heal. And for that, I am grateful for you that you're still here. It's always good to see you, you know what I mean? It's always good to hear from you too. So please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Share and subscribe. Put that notification bell on just in case you don't know when my videos come out. But if you are commenting, please be respectful because I do not tolerate disrespect. And if you are having any rude comments, I am definitely not going to reply. Because you are exactly the person that should be watching my videos if you have something negative to say. And regardless of what you might say, I still love you. I'm happy you're here. You need this. Okay? It's unconditional love right here, you know what I'm saying? All right. So this bonus video is going to be about, we're not going to dive too deep, but briefly, just want you to know, it's really about the state of the world. Many of us are aware, even if you do not see and look at the news every day, many of us are aware of the state of the world right now. It's pretty chaotic. It can feel really scary. It can feel really crazy. And this has really started from the beginning of this year in the United States, which is where I reside. We have a president who really has, the inauguration period, all that's passed, and since being seated actively in the White House, there's been a lot of changes coming down the pipeline. Now, I'm not going to go too deep into like opinions of politics and voting, and that's not what I'm here for. That is not my job. Vote for who you want to vote for. I don't care who you vote for. It's not going to make me like you more or less. That's your decision. That's your path. It has nothing to do with me. I'm just going to talk about the energy that has been brought about transitioning into the new year, which if you are tapped in and you have moments where you have slowed down, you can sense and pick up on and feel the collective energy of many of us. The collective energy that has been pushed out, and this energy has actually started back in 2019 when we dealt with, you know what we're talking about. We dealt with a disease, a virus that was pretty severe. Ever since that situation, this energy has really permeated. And now we're kind of there again, but it seems to feel heightened for different reasons for sure now. So I'm going to tell you about the collective energy. You're either going to fall into two groups. This is for the people, specifically this video is for the people who are falling into these two groups. Remember, if you're not in these two groups, then you're managing. And God is good because you're managing in a time where a lot of us, and many of us, we ain't. Okay, so the two energies that's being invoked, well, first of all, the energy in general is an energy of chaos, started in 2019. Chaos invokes two big emotions: anxiety, which is a part of this fear factor, and rage, anger, hate. And what both of those emotions do is it causes us to go like this. It causes separation. So we'll just keep drifting off. We'll just keep isolating. We'll just keep avoiding. We'll just keep shutting down, right? Of course, rage eventually, rage and anger usually causes you to come out. Meaning it's one of those emotions where you act on it in the sense that you externalize, and you may kill, hurt, or damage some things and some people. Anxiety kind of can get us to implode on ourselves, internalize. But it can also come out externally as anger as well, produced in a way of irritability where you're really snappy and on edge, which can also produce you to eventually externalize and do something you didn't mean to. Both of these emotions can become so draining and really exhausting to the point where you start to see depressive symptoms, so you feel really low. So that means your energy and your frequency, like all that beautiful energy, starts to just get lower and lower and lower and lower and lower. And you're drained out. And on a spiritual level, when you're low, some really scary, creepy, not great things can come in. And then you start having more and more strange thoughts. Sometimes thoughts you've never had before, but you've been drained before. So I'm going to give you a couple tips. There's actually a book, but and there's a word for this. Certain war tactics, certain strategies to kind of be able to control people or masses of people more easily. We don't often, and many of us haven't thought of this, but sometimes it's not just being able to control your mind. In order to control your mind, we have to grasp to your emotions. And then once we have your mind and emotions, we can taint your behavior. And if we can taint your behavior and you get so depleted in that way, now we have you spiritually as well, because your energy's low. Choose wisely what you are exposing to yourself. If you're someone who's watching the news every day, has to keep up with every update and blah, 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 I'm not saying be informed. I don't want anyone to be ignorant, blind to reality, right? I want you to be aware. But sometimes we get to a place of hyper awareness. It's like you're spiraling. And if you're spiraling, then that's an indication for your mind and your body that you need to fall back. There's more. You're taking so much in so fast that your mind and body cannot fully digest. So just slow down. Create a boundary for yourself. I don't need to see this every day. If I watched it yesterday 4 times in a day, some of what I'm about to watch again today is the same crap, which guess what? A lot of it is negative. And if you're not doing anything to bring in that positive, and you're getting to a space of anxiety and fear and anger and rage about the state of things, well, we're in a ball of boo-boo, Donkey Kong, because we're not doing too hot. Give yourself time to digest. Fall back from exposing yourself to the negative energy of all the stuff that's happening constantly. You can stay informed in a moderate way. The video before this, I talk about what addiction is. And really, when we talk about it, it's like anything you're doing to excess, out of moderation. We require a balance. So when you're distressed about what's happening and the information you're taking in, maybe you're taking in too much too fast. It's out of moderation. Fall back. And add some doses of positivity in there, man. Listen and watch something funny. Watch a cartoon, watch an anime, watch something that brings joy and laughter. Listen to positive, funny music. Things that get you hype or make you feel like giddy and want to dance, bust a move. You know what I'm saying? Like, step away. Because what's happening today in the mass of things is going to be happening tomorrow. Because we don't all have full control over what is actually happening. But we do have full control over what we are doing and how we're contributing or not contributing. It is so important more than ever that we don't allow these energies, because again, what did I say? It causes disconnect. Disconnect from others, disconnect from yourself. We now more than ever need to be connected to ourselves and connected to one another. Because in the end, we all... Y'all, I done had 2 disturbances trying to record some videos. I apologize. I apologize for my discretions. Indiscretions. One video, my phone flew off the track. I said, oh my gosh. The energy is high. The other video, my phone said, hey, we don't got no more space. I said, what space do you need, brother? Yeah. We are in challenging times. You like that transition? Back to some serious stuff, though. We are in challenging times, and we have been challenged many times before. Is this time different? Does it feel different than others? Absolutely. You are valid. But you have a choice to not keep your energy high, to not protect your energy, and see how it matters that protecting your energy helps the rest of us. You may not be in the front line being able to stop things. We may not be able to charge in and make it all different. We're not meant to be able to do that because it doesn't happen like that. Because we're connected. We're meant to be connected and work together. So if you're serving yourself or if you're serving others, you will be served. But in order to do that in the best possible applicable way, we have to see we matter and we have to protect our energy so we can stay here. So when you bump into someone on the street, you can speak life into them. When you're doing these things every day, your energy in the room can raise the vibration. But if you get sucked up into the energy of chaos that has erupted in this world, that will only bring fear, anger, rage, anxiety, depression, pain, stagnation, and easily to be controlled, then you're allowing yourself that. Don't overexpose yourself to the negativity. Yes, it's true. There have always been negative forces in this world. That's also truth. And how have people made it through and survived? You have to stay empowered. You have to stay connected to yourself. And you cannot allow yourself to be divided and conquered. Where did the statement go? Where did that saying come from? Divide and conquer. It's because people have been in experience being divided and conquered to be able to create that statement that says divide and conquer. We have to stay connected to each other. We have to stay connected to ourselves. But it's a choice. We were blessed with free will, all of us. Those of us who believe in the divine source, God, or not, we all have free will. I hope you choose wisely for yourself because you matter and you always have and you always will. And I hope to see you continue on your journey back to yourself. Happy Sunday, fun day. Bye.